Imagine living in a place where violence is constant.
My name is Tayo Johnson. I was coming from Kogi State, from Kaba. Then some people came to attack us. Yeah, they said, where's the Christian inside there?
There have been constant destruction, attacks on villages and communities, lives lost, people displaced, land being grabbed.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
Imagine living in a place where violence is constant and the only thing holding people together is hope and prayer. Today I'm here with the founder of an initiative called A Sound Arises, an initiative bringing people together in unity and spiritual strength in places that are facing constant attacks out there in northern Nigeria. Can you introduce yourself to us, please?
Hello, my name is Judy Bonat. I am the founder of A Sound Arises.
A Sound Arises. How did you come about getting that name, A Sound Arises? Why a sound?
Well, on the 12th of April, I had a leading to kind of put something together based on the happenings that have been happening in Nigeria. Now, maybe some people know out there, or maybe they don't. There have been constant destruction, attacks on villages and communities, lives lost, people displaced, land being grabbed, and people losing their identity. And I happen to be in one way connected to that part of the region. And it pains me that things have changed. And looking around, I've not seen, not heard, except somebody knows out there, where there's been help or a relief or structure put out to reach out to this, to address these issues.
I'm sorry to cut you short. Why does this really, how does this affect you? You're talking about Nigeria, a place. What kind of connection do you have to this place?
Okay, I'll revert back a bit for the first question you asked. Why a sound? And because it's been quiet, there's no structure. I've not had where there's a body or help or anyone reaching out to help these people. They need a voice. They need to make a sound. Now, A Sound Arises came to me. If you heard that word sound, people wonder why sound.
Yeah.
Sound can be anything, can be spoken, can be
music,
somebody praying or speaking, can be music. If you are in a position where you are kept in a corner, you don't know what to do, you're fighting, you are using all you have. So you're not just using one channel. That sound can mean many, many things. That's how that sound came. These people's voice needs to be heard. Now, coming back to what you said, I am connected to that part, obvious, of Nigeria. And I might have been in this country for many years. My heart still yearns. When I read, I hear lived experiences of people. It breaks my heart. And I feel the time has come for somebody to speak out. And that is the reason why, I decided to put this initiative together. Get people who have a burden, who carry that pain. You may not necessarily be from that part of the country.
Okay.
But when you have a burden for people, you are empathic, you feel the pains of others, you definitely want to see how can this be elevated or how can help be given to this set of people.
So your initiative is about bringing unity and spiritual strength to people in these communities.
Yeah.
How is that helping anyone at all?
Okay, first of all, that unity is bringing people from different backgrounds. It's got nothing to do with denominations. It's got nothing to do with culture. It's got nothing to do with what you believe or where you come from, what you do now.
Okay.
The common denominator there is the pain, the attacks, the loss of identity that people are beginning to have, the loss of property, things that really matter to these people. That's the common denominator. Like you said, how are we
How is it helping
helping?
communities?
Okay,
Unity
now,
and
yeah.
prayer.
So, what we're doing is bringing people together to pray, bringing people together to give hope and empowerment by the words, to say, listen, we are with you. Listen, we see you, we understand. I've got lived testimonies.
Okay.
I mean, spoken to a couple of people who reached out to me to say, when they heard about the sun arises, and said, you are giving me hope. You gave me hope. This is people I don't know.
So
These are
basically,
people I
it's
don't
like
know.
you're putting a voice to their pain.
Yes. As a matter of fact, immediately I got that leading to set up the initiative, I set up a platform. That platform was for Southern Kaduna. The response was good.
Okay.
Immediately, in just a couple of days. And then people started reaching out to me. Oh, we want this state, another state in the middle belt. So we had Jos. Oh, we want this state. We have Benue, and that is it. And the platform is growing. We had our first maiden gathering online to pray for 10 minutes. To pray for 10 minutes only, lifting these communities that are affected. Now, we're not just shooting prayer vaguely. We are naming, listing these communities where these concerns are. That's what we're doing. And I don't know if I should say this. This person reached out to me and said, you don't know what you're doing. Listen, I am a clergy. And to be honest, we feel as though no one is listening. That's what he said to me.
Yeah.
He said to me, when you had the first meeting, I didn't attend because I was at my post. I have a duty to have a fellowship with the people. But I did something. He said, I told the people that day in the service that there's a woman who set up this initiative. And she has put the prayer points on her platform. These are the prayer points. Can we as a church join to pray? He said to me for 1 hour. I did put 10 minutes. He said to me for 1 hour we were praying. The people were lifted. The people felt, they are seen and heard. And he said to me, he's got assignments based on this as sound arises that I gave him hope to take on grounds, to keep doing what he's doing, bringing hope through the word he shares. So yes,
Okay.
I that was an encouragement to me,
Yeah.
I have to say, because somebody out there, felt the impact and the purpose in which it was being set.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That means it's like they've been waiting for this moment. They're finally being heard.
Yes.
There's someone out there that's
Yes.
actually standing for their cause. Because
Yes.
I've noticed that in the past few months, maybe about 6-7 months, and maybe there are some longer than that before, we've been seeing posts around, on the internet, and a lot of people have been saying it's fake, of attacks in northern Nigeria and places. We saw one of a pastor calling on Donald Trump for assistance, and a lot of media outlets condemned them as fake. A lot of people said that all of that is propaganda. But you bringing this up right now, it's making me wonder, how long ago do you think all of this violence on the communities in the northern part of Nigeria starts?
Actually, I can't actually put a date to it. And based on what is out there, somebody can hijack a story and make it their own way. But we're not saying there's no element of truth to some of these. There are. So I can't really put a date, but it's happening. It's happening. Real people, real issues, real pain. It is happening.
Okay, I mean, what you're doing right now is really important.
Oh, thank you.
Raising awareness for the whole world to get to know and know that it is actually real. Because when somebody stands for a cause, then people can direct questions to them and see there's actually somebody that's really standing with an organization pushing all of this forward. Now, my question is, how do you intend to make this awareness reach to a wider body
Okay.
to make it more international, maybe to get more help
Okay.
around the whole world. Do you have anything, maybe do you have any protests? Do you have any events around in the UK where you invite people?
Yeah.
Are you being invited to a TV,
Okay.
I don't know, to a TV studio to interview and lay out your cause?
Actually, when I started this initiative, the first thing that came to my mind was to have an event. Now, the event was supposed to be like for women only.
Okay.
That's the first event I thought. I said, oh, okay. The plan was for next year, but my thought was, oh, next year is too far. People are having repaying. We need an intervention. I said, okay, let me do this pilot. So my thought was, let me get women together. Let's start with women first. So then I started reaching out to a couple of women. So hopefully by August,
Yes.
1st of August, we're planning to have women events, getting all the women organized by women. The event is worship and prayer centered on it. Now I've reached out to a couple of denominations. Now I'm calling denomination because
Yes.
we worship, some worship differently,
Okay.
have a way they worship which is different, but we're all one, having the same concern. So I've reached out to a couple of denominations, written to them, I still waiting to hear back from them, and said this event has got nothing to do with denomination. The pain is real, killings are real, the displacement and all is real, the attacks are real. Please, let's do this together. Now the intention is on that day there will be an avenue where these denominations put forth their own prayer in their own way. It can be spoken, it can be in any way they want to, is prayer. So that's the intention.
So is it like it's just gonna be prayer all through to
no.
get a solution?
Oh, no.
Or is it prayer for now? Because there's some people that I believe in Nigeria that are not spiritual, that feel that prayer is just words and hope. They need something concrete.
Yeah, I know. A couple of you have asked me that. Let me say this. The government has been trying in many ways, and I know they've tried. So I know sometimes people are blaming the government. Let's not blame the government completely, even though they might have part of it. The government has tried its best, and they're still trying, even though we want more. But if you look at the news and what is out there, the security they are supposed to protect the people are also being attacked. A lot of them, if you look at the recent news, killed, displaced, and all that. So there's a feeling out there.
Okay.
So if the people or the system that's supposed to protect the people are also being are also vulnerable, are also attacked, where does it leave the whole situation? Prayer. You've gone physically. So the weapon of prayer is beyond the physical. It's spiritual. It's another form of attack to see, to call onto God, a spiritual being, a supernatural being into this matter. You know what to with prayer? You might say, oh, but we're praying, oh, we can't see anything. It might be gradual, but it definitely hits the spot. Prayer works. I can say that confidently because I've applied it, I've tried it. It works.
I also want to raise another point. So basically, since this has begun, I've never heard or seen any organization out there, pushing a cause forward for the communities that have been attacked in Nigeria. A few people have talked about it on the internet, but no one seems to take it seriously.
Absolutely.
Why is it that this is the first time that something like this is coming from an actual Nigerian raising a voice? In the United Kingdom, there is a massive Nigerian population, but you would not see anyone go out there to go protest for Nigeria. I've seen many of Nigerians go out to protest for other causes, maybe protest for, I don't know, the most popular one that we see around, maybe even Iran, even Palestine, even many protests, even Just Oil, you see them protesting for things like this. But why is it that no one has stood up for Nigeria? Why is now?
Let me say this. Issues like this are very sensitive. I remember when I shared with a friend about this, the person said to me, "Oh wow, that you're brave to actually want to front this."
Okay.
I also want to say that there are people who definitely have real concern about this.
Yes.
Maybe in their own way they are actually helping or they are trying to push it forward. I don't know. I can't speak for them. Okay. But what I can say is I'm trying to take this a step further. Making a community statement. There are a group of people out there in Nigeria who are suffering, crying for help. And this is a call to the international community, hoping they will step in to help.
That's beautiful. Thank you so very much for taking out the time to speak with me. I really appreciate it, and I hope maybe in the next coming weeks we can actually have some time to sit down and talk. Maybe I could attend one of your events and see how it all goes.
That would be nice.
But yeah, what you're doing is really powerful because I'm Nigerian as well.
Thank you.
And I've seen a lot of the atrocities that are going on, but it's really tough in the sense that when you start talking about things like this, it gets so sensitive. The videos either get demonetized or removed or blocked because all these platforms want solid evidence. But because because I live internationally and I'm not there to actually produce solid facts, it's just allegedly hearsay videos here and there, and I don't want it to be like I'm shooting propaganda. So I'm really happy at what you're doing, and I really support this.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
The pleasure's all mine.
Thank you.
All right, guys, you've heard it here first. If you have any questions at all, guys, I'll leave the link, to her accounts, and then you can contact. And if you want to help as well, you can shoot a message straight over to Judy. And yes, guys, you can take it from there. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Love and peace.